What's up? Well, welcome back to Free Mama TV and Happy New Year. We took a little bit of a hiatus here on Free Mama TV. And if you're just discovering us for the very first time, make sure you subscribe because we have hundreds of how-to videos. If you are looking to work from home, start your own virtual business, control your schedule, live your best life, all the things, we've got you covered. Now, I don't know about you, but for me and my family, 2020 was some. I am ready for 2023 though, which is good because it's already here. And I'm ready to pour into some goals in a very different way than I've ever approached goal setting before. Now, this is not my first rodeo with this topic. And when it comes to setting high benchmarks, wanting to achieve things and accomplish things financially, recognitions in my business, accomplishments like writing a book, this is not my first rodeo, and it's not my first time explaining to you how to do it. You can check out a couple other videos, but this one on Free Mama TV is going to be a little bit different because I am deeming 2023 the year of you. Well, me, but also you. For you, it's for you, and for me, it's for me. But let me start by asking you a question. Have you ever been to a gym in January? Now, if you are a first-time gym member goer, good on you. Congratulations. For me, it's been a little bit comical the last few years since my husband and I have had a family membership at a gym outside of the home. It's comical because almost predictably down to the day of January 1st, when everyone has their New Year's resolutions, which by the way, the top 3 New Year's resolutions every single year across the country are health related, which is not surprising because we just came off the holidays where we were like literally drinking sugar 24/7. So what happens on January 1st, very predictably, is that the parking lot at our gym is completely full. I can't find a place to park. I'm a regular attender. I like to do yoga classes. I like to do all different kinds of things, but we go all the time. And so we show up January 1st, year after year, can't find a place to park. Ever since COVID, we have to register to do group fitness. If that is your cup of tea, it is mine. And it is really hard to get into a class because there's all these people with New Year's resolutions. But what's funny is how predictably those people will fall off in the first 3 weeks of the year. That's right. The time that this video is coming out talking to you about 2023 goals is around the time that statistically 80% of people have already given up on their goals for the year. This video is about how to make sure this doesn't happen to you. Now, before I dive deep into ways to make sure that you make an actual transformation in your life, whether we're talking diet, nutrition, fitness, business, your bank account, investing, getting started, having courage, trying new things, whatever it is, if you want to make a real transformation, I'm going to walk you through exactly what needs to happen step by step in this video. But before we get there, I'm a little bit of a nerd. If you didn't know that, you'll catch on pretty quickly. And I like to back up everything I do with science, data, and cold hard facts. Now, what I found most interesting when I was doing my research on goals and the origin of New Year's resolutions and why January 1st seems to be this pivotal time in our lives where we must be ready for change, which we'll talk about in a second. It dates all the way back to the Babylonians. That is 4,000 years. How have humans been setting goals for 4,000 years for New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, and we are still failing at this? And let me tell you what I mean by that. What's perhaps not so shocking is that only 38% of adults even set goals around the time that we started the new year, which given our horrible track record at failing at our goals as humans is not super surprising. But 23% of those 38 people are quitting after the first week. That means by January 7th, when it is my baby girl's birthday, about a quarter of humans who have actually set goals have completely given up and walked away. And only 36 of you are going to make it to the end of this month. It is January, for heaven's sake. We have 11 more months to go. Don't worry, you will know how to make sure that you are one of the 9% of people who successfully keep their goals each and every year by the time we are done with today's video. Setting goals for a lot of us isn't necessarily the hard part. We run into the new year each and every year with the best of intentions. The problem is this motivation, this burst of energy and our willpower will only take us so far. So if you really want 2023 to be your best year, I know that I do, you must have a few things in order to make sure you are making a real transformation and not just following along with the hype that comes with New Year's Eve. Okay, the first thing that we have to do is know why we want to change and why we want to change now. And that second part is actually the key ingredient to your success here. I think the reason that so many people fail is because January 1st is actually a really crappy time to have a goal for a lot of us. It's winter. I have seasonal affective disorder. I'm literally getting ready to hop on a plane to go somewhere warm because my brain is sad. It is not really screaming this time of like, yes, purpose for a lot of us. So if you go into New Year's and they're like, I don't know, like, now is not the time, friend. Just know that you're not alone. But know that if you don't have these two things, why is this goal important to you on an emotional level? Not just like someone said I should, or it's trending on TikTok, or everybody in the Free Mama group is working on it, but actually, why is it important to you on an emotional level? And why is it important to you that this happens right now? Literally today, the day I recorded this, I bought a ticket to go to Florida by myself because it is essential now that I go have some alone time away from dogs and family and all this stuff after winter break, and everybody's been home and it snowed this morning and blah, 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 right? It's important. And it's not just that it's important to me emotionally and my mental health and so that I can plan and do more things in my business, but it is essential that this happens now, not later, okay? Whether it is a goal about your weight or your nutrition or your finances, why is it important to you on an emotional level? And more significantly, scientifically, for your success, it has to be now. The time has to be now to actually make a change, or you will not actually follow through when the willpower subsides and things get hard. Okay, the second thing you have to have in order to make a real transformation is specific long-term and short-term goals. And I think this is, again, why so many people are set up for failure when it comes to New Year's resolutions. We're like, baby, I got a year. It's 2023, my year. And then all of a sudden it's the end of January. We're like, well, it didn't really change. I give up, right? And we're like, no, wait, you have 11 more months to be able to do something and make transformations, to make that long-term goal. It has to be specific. Are we losing 50 pounds? Are we transforming the way that we eat? How? What does that look like? Are you eliminating something? Or are you adding something? What are your financial goals for the year? A lot of people are like, I want to quit my job. Cool. How much money do you have to make to do that? Or how many clients do you need at a certain price point? Maybe you want to go on a vacation. Where are you going? How much does it cost? What do you need to do to make sure that happens? And get really specific with your long-term goal. However, that's only 50% of the equation here. The other side is your short-term goals. We as humans have to see progress in order to stay motivated towards what we're achieving. So if you know that your long-term goal is to make $100,000 this year, how much do you have to make each month? How do you break that down into client? How are you celebrating those monthly wins? If you want to lose 50 pounds, what does that break down to on a weekly basis? And focus, rather than on the long-term goals, the short-term goals. When we break the short-term goals into our action items that we have to actually hit, these like mini milestones, these mini goals, when we focus on this, success becomes inevitable. The long-term goal is a product of hitting the short-term goal over and over and over again. So if you want to know what to focus on, this will send you into overwhelm. It's important that you know it and you have it, but this is where you should be focusing your attention. The third thing that you have to have is a tribe in order to make real transformation, a community, a group of people who understand you, who are aspiring to the same thing or something similar. Not everybody is going to understand your goals, whatever they are. And it's not their obligation to, and it's not really their obligation to get on board. But science shows us, and if you've experienced this in any capacity, you know that the people you surround yourself with matter. If you're trying to give up smoking, but everybody around you smokes all the time, that is going to be almost impossible. If your goal is to get to the gym, you need to surround yourself with people who are also focused on going to the gym and have fitness goals. If you are wanting to start a business or scale a business, you need to be in community or in a mastermind with other people who are working on the same thing. You will feed off of each other's momentum. You will have cheerleaders. You will have accountability and support that, again, is unrealistic to, place our parents or our siblings or our friends or our spouses into that role when it's not their goal. If you are looking for a community of people to hang out with that are on the same wavelength as you and probably have very similar goals for 2023, might I introduce you to the Free Mama Movement Facebook group. It is my favorite place to be online, and I know that a lot of other people feel that way. You will find over 40,000 women who are looking and taking action towards living their absolute best life inside of that Facebook group. We can't wait to hang out with you there. The fourth thing that you have to have in order to make real lasting transformation in your life and make 2023 the year of you from this point forward, rather than attaching yourself to New Year's resolutions that you give up on before you watch the end of this video, is your habits. I want you to look at your habits as the micro actions required of you to hit your short-term goals. So that could be, going to the gym. It could be just putting on your tennis shoes and going for a walk. Your habits are the things that we do without effort, without willpower. It doesn't require me to think about it and work up the energy or put on my calendar to go brush my teeth every day. It's just something that I do. When I wake up, I go get my coffee. I don't have to think about it. So if I'm wanting to incorporate a new supplement or vitamin into my daily routine, I'm going to anchor it next to a habit that I already have. We have to focus on strengthening our habits, having good habits, starting to eliminate or replace bad habits that aren't serving us when it comes to our goals. And the more we can make these habits form in alignment with the actions required to hit our short-term goals week after week, month after month, or even on a daily basis, the more successful we will become. Inevitably, again, it's not going to require as much energy. You won't have to stay in momentum because it's just going to be something that you do every day. Okay, the final thing that you have to in order to make real transformation is probably the trickiest for a lot of us to achieve because it requires deep work. And it is a clear sense of self. What do I mean by a clear sense of self? Well, are you showing up authentically as you? Meaning, are the goals that you have on your heart, are the New Year's resolutions that you're setting, are the things that you're saying you want to happen in 2023 personal to you? Or are you just trying to meet someone else's expectation? Are you keeping up with the Joneses? Are you trying to fit in? Are you trying to make your mom happy or your spouse happy? Or do you know who you are, what you want, and the truest version of yourself wants and needs is in alignment with the direction where you're going? Because if you do not have a clear sense of self, you're just going to be striving towards something that's not going to bring you any fulfillment or joy. And it's kind of a lonely path to walk down, I must say. At the end of the day, you want to make sure that you are, like we started in step one, emotionally connected to your goals. Why are they important to you and only you? Because at the end of the day, you will also only be inspired to keep doing something that is in alignment for you, living your version of a totally awesome, guilt-free life. I believe that 2023 is going to be the year of you and me, and that we can do it together by forming a tribe. Again, come hang out with us in the Free Mama Movement Facebook group. If any of this was helpful or enlightening to you, if it made you have an aha moment about maybe why goals haven't been that easy for you to set or achieve previously, and maybe something clicked here that you could use additional support with, I would love to be able to help you. So again, make sure you join our Facebook community. Also, make sure you are subscribed to this channel, get notified when we publish new videos every single week. And if you ever have questions, I'm always down in the comments below, happy to answer them. And we also love getting topic ideas from you for videos right here on Free Mama TV. Till next time, it's all about you. I have a dog chasing a cat now. It's like a zoo in here or a wilderness park. I don't know what's happening. Okay, we'll just start that again. Dog, what are you doing? There is a dog barking upstairs and I'm going to lose my mind. Okay, when he finds the cat again, he's going to scream again. So that's going to be fun for all of us. That's what's happening. The dog's chasing the cat. In my office.